missed probation, medical excuses, and struggles to hire a lawyer. Balance scale: see how the judge resets cases, enforces rules, and keeps justice moving forward. No shortcuts, no excuses.
Are you Andrew Ritchie?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Ritchie has a motion to revoke his probation in cause number 22-40568. And what is the announcement?
First state, Your Honor. You gotta understand it.
Yes, Your Honor. In talking to the Officer Ruiz, his probation officer, it appears as though due to medical issues that apparently began almost immediately after Mr. Ritchie was on probation, we have had a discussion about what might be the best thing to do with Mr. Ritchie here. It seems that he has now been cleared medically, and please interrupt me if I'm saying the wrong thing, Mr. Ruiz, but he only was able to report 9 times since 2023 due to that illness, and he has completed a CSR. What we would like to do instead of revocation is extend his probation by 2 years to make up for the time he has essentially missed on probation, so that he has the full period.
Is that an agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
So we can do it 2 ways. If it's by agreement, Mr. Ruiz can just sign that modification order and you guys can dismiss the motion to revoke, or we can go through the motion to revoke and I can order it that way.
We'll sign. Oh, he has the ankle. That was something we can.
Well, we'll get
Yeah,
first things
we'll get to
first.
that.
I don't have a problem with him being completed. I don't have a problem with that at all either. He completed, he paid for all his fees. He completed his community service. He did his anger management class.
So even without reporting, it sounds like he's done everything else he's supposed to.
It's your discretion, but I don't have a problem with him being completed.
We'll defer.
Let me look back real quick at the I've got that. I was just gonna see if I had my old PSI.
And Your Honor, it's my understanding that he paid for his community service hours, not actually having spent the time doing community service hours. It's the state's position that he complete more than 9 months on the charge that he was given probation for.
No, I don't. I mean, I understand where you're coming from. Sounds like I need to see the PSI, but we don't know where it would be, do we?
State.
I mean, because obviously they're given that opportunity to. You have one? Can I take a quick look at it? Thinking if there's. He obviously wasn't arrested for anything else during that period of time. I don't know. Let's look at one more thing. Yeah, just give me a minute to kind of make sure I have a full picture inside. So what I'm inclined to do is kind of meet you guys in the middle, just based on the nature of the offense and some of the issues that I want to make sure have been addressed fully so that there's not this issue again. Is I'll agree to a 1 year instead of a 2 year extension. So that started, I guess it would start technically January. So it'll be till January of next year. And make sure everything is going well. There's not any other issues that need to be addressed. And then if everything goes fine, then you'll be done in less than a year. If you'll sign that, then you can either you go ahead and dismiss that motion, or do you want me to go through the motion and rule on it?
I'll just dismiss the motion.
Okay, I'll sign that when it comes through, but you need to stay and make sure you sign that order with your attorney that you agree to that 1 year extension. I'm going to leave that up to probation. Obviously, well, that was a condition of the bond because where are you living, Mr. Ritchie?
I'm in Nederland right now.
Okay. And do you intend to stay? You say like you're not going to stay there. Is that where you intend to stay or no?
I want to see if I can stay in Harris County and support here. It's my job, and I have a home there.
So you need to talk to probation about that. Is the biggest thing is you have to report. You'll have to report in Harris County and by mail here for the rest of that year. And I don't have an issue with that. So because that GPS was the condition of your bond, that's technically over today. So you will be able to remove that.
Yes, ma'am.
Here's the thing. If you don't do what you're supposed to and report in mail here or by online and in person in Harris County, if it gets transferred, you'll be right back in here on a motion to revoke your probation, and we won't have this probably nice of a conversation.
Yes,
okay.
Yes,
all right. You visit with your probation officer before you leave. You can get that signed, and he'll talk to you about the process to get it transferred to Harris County.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Okay, Ms. Paul, it's very important that you're here on time.
Yes.
Because what happens if you're not is your bond gets forfeited and raised.
Yeah.
I'm going to recall the bond forfeiture. Mr. Samuel has said that you have hired him or intend to, so I'm going to reset your case. Make sure you stay in touch with Mr. Samuel and your bondsman. They'll let you know when you need to come back. All right, you're free to go. Thank you, Mr. Samuel.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Charles Beard, are you wearing shorts?
Yes, ma'am. I was trying to get a ride, and I had it right there in my face, and it's damn the word, so I'm trying to find a new lawyer, find a new lawyer.
You're trying to what?
Find a new lawyer. I have right camera face, and I guess he's not allowed here.
He's here today.
He is here?
What's the name now?
Charles Beard. What does any of that have, sir? What does any of that have to do with the fact that you showed up in shorts to court?
I was coming from the house trying to just make it.
Okay, so it's felony court. You need to dress like you want someone to take you seriously on a felony. Does that
ma'am.
make sense?
That's the job at the maintenance at the motel, and it's just the only job they have me right now.
Okay, well, I'm glad you did that. Make sure, number one, make sure you're on time. Make sure you dress appropriately, okay? Shorts aren't allowed. And so what I'm going to do, Mr. Beard, is your intention to hire Mr. Kimler?
Yes, ma'am.
So let me go through. This is your initial appearance and cause number 26 DCCR 0138. And in that case, you're charged with the state jail felony offense of unauthorized use of a vehicle. And that's from December 16th of 2025. And so what I'm going to do, since you've made bond, is reset your case about 30 days to give you some time to get Mr. Kimler hired or someone else. If you get them hired, whoever, bring the reset notice that you get today to that lawyer and they'll tell you what to do. If for some reason you're unable to hire someone before that next court date, then I'm ordering you to visit with at least 3 lawyers. They all charge different amounts, they have different payment plans. Bring me back the names of the lawyers you've talked to so I know you're trying, and we'll discuss your options. If you don't do that, then when you come back, you run the risk of me raising your bond for not following the court order and you go to jail. You understand?
I also had them two misdemeanors.
Okay.
So I need to pay for that first before this, so that I just understand how
Gotcha.
it works.
We'll visit with him about all of that. I will recall the bond forfeiture as well. If you step in front of the clerk, she'll give you a reset notice.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Come on up.
The court ensures every defendant gets a fair chance to hire a lawyer, even if it means multiple resets. Financial issues, scheduling conflicts, or medical excuses don't prevent the process. Court-appointed lawyers, clear instructions and step-by-step guidance ensure compliance and accountability.
And Ms. Bell, were you able to get someone hired?
No, ma'am, but I did speak.
Who'd you talk to?
Talk to, hold on. So I spoke with Mr. Sonny Eckhart. He told me the prices for his, it was $5,000 upfront. I spoke with Allison Family Law. We would have to do a $100 consultation, which I would have to do after I got paid, which I haven't done yet.
Okay.
Then I spoke with Jason Nix. He told me his prices and everything, $5,000 upfront, $4,000 if I do a payment plan with $1,500 monthly. That's something I would.
So thank you for doing what I asked you to do. I'm going to have you fill out some paperwork this morning to see if you qualify for a court-appointed lawyer. You need to make sure and fill it out accurately and completely. You're going to swear under oath that it's all true and correct, okay? And then I'll take a look at it. If you step in front of the clerk down there, she'll give you that paperwork. Good morning, sir. You're Michael Morgan?
Yes.
And Mr. Morgan, this is your initial appearance in cause number 24, DCCR 0590. You're charged with a state jail felony offense of theft with prior convictions. Since you've made bond in your case, have you had an opportunity to try to hire a lawyer?
No, ma'am. They told me that I had a court appointment by you.
Yes, sir. So what happens is when you're in custody, we automatically give you one. And now that you've bonded out, I expect you to at least try to hire someone.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is reset your case for about 30 days or so to give you some time to see if you can get someone hired. If you do get someone hired before that next court date, you're going to get a reset notice today. Bring that to that lawyer and they'll tell you what to do. If you're unable to hire someone before the next court date, I'm ordering you to visit with at least 3 lawyers. They all charge different amounts. They have different payment plans. Bring me back the names of the lawyers you've talked to so I know you're trying, and then we'll discuss your options. If you don't do that, then when you come back, you run the risk of me raising your bond for not following the court order, and you would have to go back to jail. All right, thank you, sir. You can step in front of the clerk and she'll give you a reset. Sir, you're Tevin Edmondson. And Mr. Edmondson, this is your initial appearance in cause number 26, DCCR 0046. You're charged with the 3rd-degree felony offense of theft of property. And since you've made bond in your case, well, let's see, that's from November 4th of 2025. Since you've made bond, have you had an opportunity to try to hire a lawyer?
I just got hired on with a half. So
Say it again, I'm sorry.
I just got hired on with half one, so my money just started flowing.
Okay.
Now let's start.
Good. So what I'll do, Mr. Edmondson, is reset your case for about 30 days to give you some time to try to hire someone. If you get someone hired before the next court date, bring the reset notice that you get today to them. They'll tell you what to do.
Yes.
If you're unable to, I want you to at least talk to 3 attorneys. So I'm ordering you to visit with as many as you can, but they all charge different amounts. They have different payment plans. Bring me back the names of the lawyers you've talked to so I know you're trying, and then we'll discuss your options.
Yes.
If you don't do that, then when you come back, you run the risk of me raising your bond for not following the court order, and you would go back to jail. Do you understand?
Yes.
You'll step in front of the clerk. She'll give you that reset notice.
So
Okay.
no, I know it's an initial, so
You're Jeremiah Douglas. Mr. Douglas, wearing sweat-tight pants is not appropriate in court. Okay. All right. I'll reset your case. Stay in touch with Mr. West. Did you already file something?
it's been filed, but I don't know if it's been it was done over the weekend, so I don't know how.
Okay.
But I'll make sure it's.
Stay in touch with Mr. West. He'll let you know when your next court date is. You're free to go, sir. Good morning, ma'am. Your Isis Martin.
Yes, sir.
And Miss Martin, were you able to get someone
I got
hired?
Mr. Lacy Adams.
You did. You already hired him, or you're going to hire him?
I'm going to hire him, but I've had to make the document because I just started working for I get paid this week.
Okay. So if I reset you a couple of weeks, you should be able to take care of that. So I'll just do 2 weeks. If you get him hired before then, make sure you bring the reset notice. But he'll call the court, let us know that he's hired, and that next court date might get changed. If you don't hear from him or something happens and you haven't hired him yet, make sure you're here on that court date, okay?
Yes.
All right, step in front of the clerk, Langston Adams. Good morning, you're Miracle O'Veal.
Yes, sir.
And Miss O'Veal, were you able to get someone hired?
I was not, but I did talk to people.
Who'd you talk to?
I talked to, the first one is Miss Brittany Holmes. Unfortunately, she was the suspect's lawyer, so we couldn't move further.
Gotcha.
I talked to Mr. Links and Scott Adams. We did start to move forward and things of that nature, but he wanted a certain down payment amount that I couldn't initially afford to give him before today.
Okay.
And I also reached out to Miss Elizabeth Gillespie. I think that's how you say her last name.
Okay.
But unfortunately, the circumstances didn't meet as far as my requirements.
Okay. And so do you think if you had more time, you'd be able to get Mr. Adams or someone hired? Are you working?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so why don't I do this? I'll give you one more reset, see if you can get that down payment either for him or contact some more. They all charge different amounts. You can tell probably from talking to a few. Bring me those names if for some reason you can't get someone hired. If you do get him or someone else hired, then just bring the reset notice to them and they'll tell you what to do, okay?
Yeah, the reason why I couldn't get him hired is the first time I told you I was paying.
I can't, if you think I can remember 4 weeks ago,
Yeah, I was
Tell me again.
My car's transmission, so I could be able to transport him to this appointment.
Okay, and have you been able to get that taken care of?
It's still currently in the shop, but I was able to pay my dad's beyond it.
So let's do this. Why don't I have you fill out some paperwork this morning to see if you qualify for a court-appointed lawyer? You need to make sure and fill it out accurately and completely. You're going to swear under oath that it's all true and correct, and then I'll take a look at it. Step in front of the clerk on the end. She'll give you that paperwork. Good morning, sir. Are you Gabriel Pena?
Johnson.
And Mr. Pena, this is your initial appearance in cause number 26 DCCR 0064. You're charged with the third-degree felony offense of failure to comply with sex offender registration requirements from September 27th of 2025. And Mr. Pena, are you able to hire a lawyer?
I have a stroke.
Okay.
I have a patient, so it's hard for me to get my.
Sure.
But I got a bondsman.
Uh-huh.
Said my lawyer was a.
It's Mr. Mr. Rojas was appointed. Yeah. So Mr. Rojas was appointed to represent you while you were in custody. And I'm assuming, are you not able to work right now? Okay. So I'm going to find that you qualify for a court-appointed lawyer. Mr. Rojas will remain your attorney. If you step in front of the clerk, she's going to give you his information and then when to get in touch with him and things like that.
Yeah.
All right, sir. Step in front of this clerk.
Yeah.
Good morning. You're Robert Simon. And Mr. Simon, you're here on 2 cases. Cause number 25, DCCR 1740. You're charged with possession of a controlled substance. And that's from January 17th of 2025. And then in cause number 25, DCCR 1368, you're charged with burglary of a habitation, a second-degree felony from August 18th of 2023. And since you've made bond, excuse me, in each of these cases, have you had an opportunity to try to hire a lawyer?
Rich to the back. Right now, I do now.
I can't hear you.
We're stretched to the max right now, and we're on a basically she works for the gas station. I'm not on it. And that's the only thing that happens.
Are you working? Why not?
Disability.
Okay, has that already been filed?
No, it's not as been found.
So here's the thing. If you're not already and you haven't filed it yet, then I expect you to at least try to get a lawyer. So I'm going to reset your cases. You obviously made 2 bonds on 2 different felonies, which they're different dates, which gives me a little concern that one happened before the other. So anyway, I'm going to reset your case about 30 days to give you some time to try to move some and to try to get a job. So if you get a job, then you need to bring me, you need to try to get a job, an actual job, so that you can try to hire a lawyer. All right. So I want you to bring me proof that you either have a job or that you have applied to jobs at least 5 a week. If I test you today, Mr. Pena, would you have anything? I mean, Mr. Simon, would you have anything in your system? Have a seat in the jury box. Let's check that out before I go any further. Good morning, sir. You're David Biano. This is 25 DCCR 1212. Mr. Biano is charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. And what is the announcement?
We just need one reset and we'll get it disposed of.
Okay.
We're going to supply, we've already supplied some records. We're going to get 3 more things, I think.
Okay.
But by the next setting, the case will be disposed of.
Okay. Thank you. I'll reset any issues.
No, Judge, I feel confident that we'll be working it.
All right, Mr. Biano, I'm going to reset your case. Stay in touch with Judge Walker. He'll let you know when you need to be back. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
See, is Mr. Wasserstein here?
Yes, sir.
Good morning, sir. You have a Guadalupe Reyes?
That's you, Ron.
Yes, sir. How are you?
I think Mr. Reyes.
Here he comes. Good morning, sir. You Guadalupe?
By the end of the day, the court has reset cases, guided defendants on compliance, and clarified obligations. Missed steps or failure to cooperate could lead to bond revocation or further action. Justice moves forward, and accountability remains central to every ruling.